15 packing mistakes that'll get you flagged by TSA. Hey, Wanderlusters! Before we dive in, do yourself a favor and smash that subscribe button, because you definitely don't want to miss out on more travel survival tips, or more reasons to laugh at airport chaos. Alright, let's buckle up and talk luggage, and why yours might scream "Inspect me" at TSA. Number 15. Overstuffed, aka the brick carry-on. First up on our cringeworthy countdown is the age-old mistake of overstuffing your luggage until it resembles a piece of gym equipment rather than a travel bag. You know the type. The suitcase so swollen it needs a second pair of hands, a prayer, and maybe even a seatbelt extender just to zip it shut. Cramming in every extra t-shirt, backup charger, pair of socks, and, why not, the toddler's toy collection might feel like you're being prepared. In reality, it's a guaranteed way to catch TSA's eye for all the wrong reasons. Here's why. Overpacked bags are a nightmare for X-ray scanners. Instead of neat outlines of clothing and gadgets, the screen shows TSA officers an ominous dark blob, like the event horizon of a black hole. And when your bag looks like it's smuggling the secrets of the universe, the inevitable result is a manual search. Translation: you'll be standing there, red-faced, as a TSA agent digs through your unmentionables, while the line behind you grows increasingly impatient. Sarcasm. Time. Sure, go ahead and cram that 10th pair of shoes into your carry-on. If you want your bag to snap shut like a boa constrictor finishing its lunch, be my guest. But be prepared for raised eyebrows, suspicious looks, and possibly that awkward moment when your overstuffed underwire bra sets off alarms. The fix is simple. Pack smarter, not harder. Use packing cubes. Prioritize versatile clothing and ask yourself, do I really need 5 hoodies for a beach trip? Lighten your load, and both TSA and your lower back will thank you. Number 14. Liquid violations. Ignore 311 at your peril. Next up on our countdown of TSA triggering blunders is one of the classics, treating the liquids rule like it's some kind of all-you-can-eat buffet. Listen folks, this isn't Vegas. You can't just stroll into the checkpoint with a 2-gallon jug of shampoo or a hairspray can that could fuel a rocket launch. TSA's 311 rule isn't a suggestion, it's gospel. Translation: all liquids, gels, and aerosols must be in containers of 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less, and they all need to fit into one quart-sized clear, resealable bag. And you only get one bag per person. No negotiating. No, but I really need my 7-step skincare routine. And don't even try the "but it's artisanal" excuse. TSA agents have confiscated everything from gourmet olive oils and fancy hot sauces to energy drinks and grandma's homemade salsa. You're allowed to chug it before the scanner if you're desperate, but once it's in that gray bin, kiss it goodbye. Picture this. You spent $120 on luxury perfume in Paris, and now you're forced to watch a TSA officer casually spray it into a disposal container like they're misting their ficus tree. Brutal. Even worse are the sneaky attempts. That glow stick margarita mix from Cancun spring break? TSA doesn't care if it's neon green and souvenir worthy. It's over the limit, it's a no-go, and it's going straight into the trash. The smart move? Measure, downsize, and pack travel-sized versions. Your sanity, your wallet, and Tom Selleck's mustache will thank you. Number 13. Forbidden treasures. Packing the prohibited. Coming in at 13, and it's a doozy. Stashing something you shouldn't. There's a reason TSA forbids weapons and some weird items on planes. Even innocent items can look like danger. A tiny pocket knife, or any blade. In your keychain, poof. Flagged as a weapon. Ever heard of the yearly TSA best catches list? It's full of the wild and illegal. Replica IEDs, snakes in pants, guns in strollers, vapes hidden in toothpaste tubes, even meth in crutches. We're not saying you plan to break laws by packing, but admit it. You once thought, hey, nobody will notice my novelty ninja stars. Wrong. That novelty Starbucks cup lighter, that super sharp nail clipper, or that family heirloom sword replica you packed. Blowback. If it's on the TSA's prohibited list, firearms, certain tools, large blades, illicit drugs, etc., expect your name in the TSA log. TSA officer Aisha Hicks literally said she's shocked at how many travelers forget knives. So double-check everything: pepper spray, martial arts belts with hidden shivs, bizarre UFO souvenirs, you name it. If it's not explicitly allowed or doesn't fit a simple category like magnet or spork, leave it out or pack it in checked luggage with permits. Rule of thumb: when in doubt, leave it out. Your carry-on is not your personal smuggling device. Number 12. Buried electronics. Don't dig to the depths. Halfway through our list, mistake number 12 is one of the most common headaches. The tech tornado you've stuffed into your bag. You know the one. Chargers tangled like spaghetti, power banks jammed between socks, tablets buried under snacks, and your poor laptop wedged beneath 2 sweaters and a family-size bag of Doritos. Congratulations, you've just created TSA's least favorite puzzle. Here's the deal. Most airports still want laptops and often tablets removed and placed in their own bin. Why? Because when your MacBook is buried like treasure under 3 layers of clothing, the X-ray sees nothing but a suspicious metal slab. TSA officers don't play "Where's Waldo" with electronics. They yank that bag off the belt for a nice, slow, manual inspection. And guess what? That's when they'll hold up your tangled earbuds to the light like they've just unearthed alien technology. Even TSA PreCheck isn't a golden ticket here. Sure, it often lets you leave electronics inside, but sometimes the system flags you as a selectee. Translation: surprise. You're back to emptying your bag like everyone else? And don't get me started on lithium batteries. Spare ones are like catnip to TSA agents. They love giving them extra scrutiny. Keep them loose, not rolling around with your snacks, and always in your carry-on, never checked. Moral of the story: pack smart. Keep your tech in a dedicated compartment, or at least on top for easy grab and go. Otherwise, enjoy that awkward "please explain your tangled mess of wires" conversation. Number 11. Luggage choice. Using the wrong weapon for the job. If your suitcase is an antique relic that takes 3 minutes to zip, TSA isn't your only concern. You should probably be worrying about whether the zipper will explode mid-walk, scattering your underwear like confetti across the concourse. But since we're focusing on security here, let's bag this one. Traveling with the wrong type of luggage is a guaranteed slowdown at the checkpoint. Take that ultra-stylish rollerboard with no exterior pockets. Sure, it screams fashion forward, but it whispers TSA nightmare. Why? Because agents prefer quick access to laptops, toiletries, and other common inspection items. Bags designed for travel efficiency. Ones with dedicated laptop sleeves, removable toiletry kits, and clear TSA-approved pouches get through faster. If your bag is just one giant cavern where socks and electronics mingle like a bad high school dance, expect delays. And let's talk novelty luggage. That suitcase shaped like a giant hamburger? Hilarious. That mommy's mixer roller bag? Adorable. But guess what? To TSA, those aren't quirky. They're suspicious. Odd shapes and non-standard designs often require extra screening because they don't look right on the X-ray. Pro travelers invest in luggage built for checkpoints. Backpacks that unzip 180 degrees so laptops can stay put. Carry-ons with TSA-approved locks, and even models with see-through pouches for liquids. These bags practically scream easy scan. Meanwhile, the old duffel bag slung over your shoulder, that's a backache, a tangled mess, and a fast pass to secondary inspection. Moral: travel with luggage that works with security, not against it. Your sanity and the line behind you will thank you. Number 10. Magic ID hat, leaving your ID behind. At number 10, we hit a forehead-slapping classic, showing up at the airport without your ID. Yes, believe it or not, this happens all the time. TSA's own staff have confirmed it. People confidently roll up to the security and, with a straight face, say, "Oh, I think I left my license at home." That's not just a small hiccup, that's game over. No ID means no flight. Nothing quite compares to the crushing realization that your driver's license is sitting comfortably on the hallway table back home while you're stuck arguing with an unimpressed TSA officer. For American travelers, it's obvious. You need a government-issued photo ID. For international travelers, it's even more crucial. Your passport is your ID. Lose it in the US, and you're not just missing your flight. You're staring down embassy visits, emergency paperwork, and the kind of stress that makes security lines look like a spa retreat. And don't even think about faking it. TSA officers aren't buying, "But here's a selfie of me from last night." No, they want the real thing. The solution is painfully simple. Make an ID ID check part of your pre-flight ritual. Right after confirming you've got your phone and boarding pass, double-check your passport or license. Better yet, keep them together in a secure travel wallet so you don't accidentally stuff your passport between receipts and gum wrappers. For extra laughs, keep a backup photo of your ID on your phone. It won't get you through security, but it will be a good punchline when you tell your friends how you almost made it to Paris. Number 9. Excess bags. Channeling your inner pack. Alright, coming in at number 9, we've got the human pack mule routine. Showing up at the airport with more bags than a small caravan. TSA itself isn't going to smack you for dragging along your entire closet. That's the airline part. They'll happily let the gate agent shred your dignity and wallet before you even reach security. But here's the catch. All those extra bags slow everyone down. Picture this. You're wobbling toward the X-ray belt with a roller suitcase, a duffel, a backpack, a shopping bag from duty free, and just for chaos, a tote with 4 gallons of essential shampoo. You start piling them onto the conveyor one by one, like you're building a pyramid of regret. TSA officers don't clap when they see this. They sigh loud, and the people behind you? Oh, they're silently plotting your downfall. Even if TSA doesn't scold you, your airline definitely will. Every carrier has strict rules on carry-ons and personal items. Translation: your beloved childhood scooter is not a personal item, no matter how much nostalgia you pack with. And that giant tote, if it doesn't fit neatly in the overhead bin, guess what? It's getting checked. Probably last minute. Probably with you glaring at the gate agent as they slap a $75 fee on your ticket. The fix is simple. Consolidate. Use compression cubes, pack smarter, and stop pretending you need 3 separate just-in-case bags. Because let's face it, if your carry-on doesn't fit through the security scanner without an elbow shove, you're already losing. Number 8. Wrap gifts. Time to unwrap reality. At number 8, we've got a mistake that shows up every holiday season. Flying with beautifully wrapped gifts. It sounds wholesome. Showing up to grandma's house with perfectly packaged boxes tied up in shiny ribbon. But to TSA, it's basically a giant rip me open sign. And trust, they're more than happy to oblige. Here's why. X-ray machines don't care about how much time you spent picking out that glittery wrapping paper. If TSA can't clearly see what's inside the package, the only option is a good old-fashioned unwrapping session. Agents will tear into your carefully crafted folds like kids on Christmas morning. But instead of joy, it's suspicion. And instead of laughter, it's you, standing there watching in horror as your surprise gift gets exposed in front of a line of cranky travelers. That heartfelt necklace, that brand new gaming controller, yeah, the reveal is happening at checkpoint 6, not under the Christmas tree. It's not personal, it's policy. Any opaque package is considered a potential risk. TSA's job is to know exactly what's inside, not to admire your wrapping skills. That adorable bow and delicate snowman paper, gone in 60 seconds. The solution is simple. Don't wrap your gifts before flying. Travel with them unwrapped, or place them in a clear gift bag if you absolutely need presentation points. Then wrap them at your destination. Grandma's house has tape and scissors, I promise. Unless you want TSA to be the one yelling, "Surprise, it's socks again." Number 7. Sneak snacks, cheese, dips, and gooey foods. At lucky number 7, we're diving into the edible landmine. Food, specifically the deliciously dangerous stuff that TSA just loves to second guess. Bringing your entire artisanal charcuterie board on the plane? Bold move. TSA officers aren't seeing fine dining. They're seeing mystery blob on the X-ray. Dense, moist foods, cheese bricks, tubs of peanut butter, salads drowning in dressing, even yogurt cups show up as suspiciously thick masses. And thick masses under X-ray translate to one thing: red flag. Imagine the conversations happening in the back. "Hey Bob, is that a wheel of brie or a block of C4?" Spoiler, either way, your bag's getting pulled. Even innocent foods like beans, hummus, or a yogurt par look shady when mushed up. TSA agents probably have an internal debate club about whether your moon cheese is safe or a secret weapon. So what's the fix? Stick to simple, dry, and scan-friendly snacks: crackers, nuts, granolas. If you absolutely must travel with gooey food, say grandma's world-famous salsa or a jar of Nutella, guess what? It belongs in your 3-1-1 bag, right alongside your shampoo. Otherwise, you'll watch TSA gleefully pluck it out and toss it like expired milk. And here's a fun fact: depending on your definition of fun, even sealed containers can get swabbed. Your fancy sriracha bottle? Yeah, it might get a chemical wipe down just to make sure you weren't smuggling rockets. So, as much as those artisanal cheeses from Paris whisper your name, let them whisper from the fridge at your destination, not from the trash bin at security. Number 6. Foreign assumptions. What flies in NYC might flop in Paris. Halfway through at number 6, assuming rules are universal. Newsflash: every airport has its own vibe and tech. One traveler's horror story: my hair straightener was fine at JFK, but at Charles de Gaulle, it got flagged for a manual check. TSA in the US might let your flask slide, but try that in London or Dubai, and it's a no-flyer, especially if filled with something something that looks like alien goo. Rules can change overnight. Airport A might let a hockey mask if it's for children's cop, whereas Airport B will treat it like a grenade. So don't be that tourist. Case in point, some people were shocked when French TSA made them open a travel bag of nail polish. They do remove gel polish kits on occasion. Always check both airline and departure airport rules, not just TSA, and channel your inner Zen travel. Be prepared to politely explain everything. The TSA agent's decision is final. QI, speak slowly, show your passport up front, answer the robot's questions. Have you been told to carry anything for someone else? Don't be surprised if, say, your self-defense pepper spray spritzes panic in Heathrow. Travel tip: an international phone data plan is great, but knowing local security norm is better. Number 5, magnetic personality, or just a heavy wallet, not removing pockets. At number 5, we hit a classic crowd forgetting to empty your pockets before stepping through security. TSA loves this because it gives them a golden excuse to stop, sigh loud, and conduct a bonus pat. The official rule is crystal clear: remove everything from your pockets, not just metal, everything. And yet, travelers keep acting shocked when their pack of gum or half-melted lip balm triggers the scanner like it's a national security threat. Think about it. That breath mint tin, yep, looks suspicious on X-ray. The crumpled tissue, congratulations, it's now a mystery object. Even your precious body spray, that Victoria's Secret fragrance, couldn't live with that. Will set off alarms if it's an aerosol. TSA agents don't care that it makes you smell like a tropical fruit salad. They care that it looks like pressurized danger. And don't forget jackets. Those nifty built-in credit card holders, TSA will happily sacrifice them on the altar of airport efficiency. You'll end up awkwardly fishing around while the line behind you grows restless, muttering about rookies. Pro tip: if you've got TSA pre-check, you can relax a little. Slip into those hipster-friendly metal-free pants and sail through with minimal fuss. If you don't, then for the love of boarding groups everywhere, don't be that guy muttering, "I swear it's just old gum," while 17 pens, a half-used gift card, and a sandwich wrapper tumble out of your pockets. Empty them out before the scanner, not during the walk of shame. 4, non-TSA locks. If it's not a TSA lock, it's not safe. At number 4, we have a lock-related faux pas. Yes, locks are great for leaving things inside your luggage, but a deadly sin is using your own fancy lock on checked baggage. TSA can't open every mystery box, and if a non-TSA lock stands in the way, they'll either bust it off or cut it entirely. Results: your lock broken and still searched. Not what you signed up for. If you must lock your suitcase, use only TSA-approved locks. These nifty little beasties have a universal master key used by TSA officers. That means they'll open and relock it instead of leaving your bag exposed. Solution: stock up on those red diamond logo locks. It's cheap insurance against ruined locks and ransacked luggage. Remember, if the TSA has to play ninja to get into your bag, you lose the lock. So pick the safe option, or just hope your bag content is too boring to risk locking. Spoiler: TSA loves boring. They prefer to sabotage fancy locks. 3. Shoes and belts, metal everywhere. Landing in the infamous number 3 spot is the airport's version of amateur night at the strip club, forgetting the no shoes rule. Unless you're a kid under 12 or a senior over 75, TSA expects you to take off those kicks before you step through the scanner. And no, your footwear isn't getting a free pass just because it's cute, comfy, or decorated with glitter unicorns. Here's the problem: shoes often contain metal, steel-toe boots, stylish heels with buckles, and even those edgy platform sandals with metallic accents confuse the scanner and trigger alarms. And let's not forget those fuzzy bunny slippers. Adorable, yes, but still destined for the gray bin. TSA doesn't care that they look harmless. To them, it's just another mystery object blocking the X-ray view. So unless you love standing barefoot on cold airport tiles, which, let's be honest, is about as hygienic as licking a doorknob, plan ahead. Wear slip-ons, sneakers, or flip-flops that slide off easily. Frequent flyers know this rule so well that many basically treat flip-flops as the official TSA uniform. And if you're the type who insists on socks, congrats, you'll be spared the airport floor experience. Now, if you're one of the luck-chosen few with TSA pre-check, rejoice. You get to keep your shoes on like a civilized traveler. But for the rest of us mere mortals, the rule stands: doff the footwear, walk through barefoot, and pretend you're on a fluffy cloud while secretly praying you pack hand sanitizer for your feet. Number 2, garbage sorting gone wrong. wrong, not using 311 properly. We've already tackled the liquid size fiasco, but mistake number 2 is such a frequent offender that it deserves its own spotlight. Forgetting to separate your liquids into the infamous quart-sized bag. Limiting your bottles to 3.4 ounces is only half the battle. The other half, pulling that clear pouch out of your carry-on and giving it its own moment in the security spotlight, is where so many travelers crash and burn. Here's how it goes. You toss your liquids somewhere deep inside your backpack thinking, hey, they'll never notice. Oh, but they will. TSA officers aren't magicians. They need your liquid bag up top in its own bin, ready to strut down the conveyor belt like a VIP. Forget this step and congratulations. Your bag has just been promoted to center of attention. Not only will it get flagged, but the officer will likely announce to everyone within earshot whose bag has the shampoo and lotion buried in the middle. Cue the side eyes from 50 other passengers who now hate you for delaying their coffee run. Think of the liquid pouch as its own passenger. Give it space, give it freedom, give it the respect it deserves. TSA literally lists forgetting the pouch as one of the most common rookie mistakes. So do yourself a favor. Stash it in an outside pocket or right on top of your bag so it pops out faster than you can say bin check. Otherwise, prepare to watch your precious bottle of Evian, your secret flask, or that soup dumpling you swore you'd eat later get unceremoniously dumped. Ramen it is. Number 1. Dramatic red flags. Trying to be sneaky. Drumroll please. The grand finale. The number 1 TSA flag-worthy mistake is the oldest trick in the not-so-clever book, trying to outsmart security by being sneaky. Spoiler alert, it never works. TSA has seen it all. Every year they publish their best catches, and it reads like a bizarre comedy sketch. People really thought they could hide a vape pen inside a candy bar. Caught. Someone wrapped a firearm in tin foil and shoved it inside a teapot. True story. And no, aluminum foil doesn't make objects invisible to X-rays. And then there's the guy who thought smuggling snakes in his pants was a good idea. Surprise, it wasn't. Here's the reality. Any attempt to get creative gets shut down fast. A bottle of liquid medicine glued into a hollowed out book? Pull. Electronics duct taped together like a DIY science project? Pull. Random metal fragments floating around your suitcase? Definitely pull. Even innocent things, like a poorly wrapped souvenir or a lumpy package of clothing, can look suspicious on an X-ray. TSA agents are trained to treat anything unclear as a red flag, and don't think they won't notice homemade modifications. Cutting secret compartments into your luggage or disguising jewelry in cereal boxes only makes them more curious. No one is impressed. If anything, it screams, please spend extra time rifling through my stuff. Moral of the story, don't try to game the system. TSA's version of surprise is not the fun kind. If something looks weird, they'll say something by opening your bag in front of everyone. And you'll just be the star of today's unintentional comedy show. There you have it. 15 ways to get extra special attention from TSA. To recap with absolute seriousness, take a minimalist approach, pack smart, and follow the rules, since they're easier than explaining why you have a live fish in a coffee pot. These aren't just US quirks. International travelers, listen, many countries the same 311 rule on liquids, and roughly the same no weapons contraband policies. So this humor-infused advice is basically a survival guide from JFK to Mumbai. Fly with heads up, not on a dare. But let's be honest, rules aren't just there to annoy you. They exist because someone, at some point, thought it was a brilliant idea to test the system in ways that belong in a comedy sketch, rather than a security line. TSA's long list of prohibited items wasn't created by bored officials sitting around a table. It was built on actual attempts from real passengers. Think swords hidden inside umbrellas, snakes stuffed into pants, or entire Thanksgiving turkey packed suspicious surprises. Every bizarre headline becomes a new entry in the rule. Air travel, when you think about it, is really just one massive group project. Everyone has their role, everyone has deadlines, and if one person messes up, the rest of the class pays for it. Your job as a passenger is to be the teammate who comes prepared, not the one holding everyone back because you decided to argue that a family-sized bottle of barbecue sauce somehow doesn't count as a liquid. If you're that person, you're not just frustrating the officers, you're delaying the 100 other people stuck behind you in line. And don't assume you can outsmart the rules simply by leaving the United States. While TSA might be the face of airport security at home, internationally, airports are just as strict, and often strict. In London's Heathrow, thousands of oversized toiletry bottles are confiscated every single week. In Australia, customs officials have a reputation for being ruthless about food and plant products. That innocent-looking bag of trail mix could cost you hundreds of dollars in fines. In Singapore, something as harmless as chewing gum can get you in trouble since it's banned for import. Imagine being flagged not for a weapon or suspicious wires, but for a pack of gum. The message is clear. No matter where you're flying, the basics remain the same. Pack smart, respect the liquids, and don't try anything that will make you a punchline in the security office. Packing light is more than just a way to save on baggage fees. It's about making your trip less stressful and avoiding unnecessary delays. Overstuffed bags with odd lumps are far more like pulled aside for a secondary check because they look suspicious on X-ray machines. Neat, well-organized bags, on the other hand, make life easier for you and the officers scanning. Think of it as the difference between handing over a clean, alphabetized folder versus dumping a box of crumpled receipts on someone's desk. The more organized you are, the faster you'll get through. Smart packing also gives you more control. Need to pull out your laptop? Easy. Liquids, already in that quart-sized bag. Shoes? Slip-ons, because nobody wants to wrestle with knee-high lace-up boots in front of a line of impatient travelers. Every small choice you make while packing at home translates into smoother sailing once you're at the checkpoint. What most people forget is that airport security isn't only about the items you bring. It's also about how you behave. Officers are trained to read body language and spot unusual behavior. Nervous fidget, darting us, or trying too hard to act casual can bring you extra scrutiny. And while it might seem funny to joke about bombs or smuggling, this is one place where humor almost never lands. There's a time and place for jokes, and the checkpoint isn't one of them. Luckily, modern travelers have tools that make the whole process easy. Apps like My TSA can tell you wait times and rule change before you even leave home. Programs like PreCheck or Global Entry can shrink your time in line from half an hour to under 10 minutes. Frequent flyers swear by packing queues, portable luggage scales, and FAA-approved power banks. Make sure they're not causing delays. And here's a pro tip that often gets overlooked. TSA actually allows more exceptions than most travelers realize. Medications, baby formula, breast milk, and certain liquid nutrition for medical reasons are all permitted beyond the 311 rule, as long as you declare them. That word declare is the secret weapon of seasoned travelers. Being upfront always works better than trying to sneak something through. The bigger picture here is that travel represents freedom, but freedom comes with responsibility. Think of TSA rules not as restrictions, but as guardrails, like bumpers in a bowling alley. They're there to keep things running smoothly and safe. If you follow along, the journey is easier for everyone. If you fight them, you're only making your life harder and dragging everyone else down with. So the best advice is simple. Travel smart. Pack lighter than you think you need. Follow the liquid rule. Keep your electronics accessible. Declare what needs to be declared, and never try to hide anything questionable. TSA officers have seen every trick imaginable, and they aren't impressed. The smoothest, most enjoyable trip are always the ones where you blend in and TSA barely notices you at all. That's when you can focus on what really matters: your journey, your destination, and maybe even that overpriced airport coffee. Whether you're headed from New York to Los Angeles or all the way to Mumbai, the golden rule applies everywhere. Travel with awareness, not arrogance. Because in the skies, the real luxury isn't first class, it's peace of mind. Now, for the last time, if you found yourself nodding, cringing, or laughing, hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share your worst TSA story in the comments below. Because nothing bonds people more than mutual misery in line, right? Thanks for flying with us through the madness. And remember, safe travel, preferably flagged in a "you're awesome" way, not an "open this way." See you in the next video.